seconds left. 3 seconds left. Me down 2. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You already know. You already know. Rushing for 3. We gonna let it go. We gonna let it go. Let's go. Knicks win. Yo, this a Knicks channel with a little Spurs too. What you expect family to do? And I've been told y'all what Castle was gonna do. We cover NFL boxing and some hip hop. Hit the notification so you can know when to drop. It's your boy, man.
It's your boy, man. We back in the building, another episode for the love of the game. Happy to be here with my co-host, Chris in the Stats in the building. What's good, Chris?
What's up?
What
How are
up?
you? What up?
What's good with
I'm
you?
doing lovely, if you're asking.
Oh, really? Okay. Go to your Facebook and let them know we live. I'm going to go to mine and let them know we live. Because I tried to put your Facebook on there when we started, and for some reason it wouldn't let me today. So
Okay.
let's let the people on Facebook know we live. Shout out to everybody listening to wherever you at. Spotify, iHeart, Amazon. Shout out to all the listeners. We back, and we excited. Knicks are in the finals. It's been a long time since we've been to the finals. You know, they going up against the Spurs. Shout out to Daniel Berry. Salute. Shout out to Cool Breeze. Salute. Shout out to Corey Lee. I think that is. Salute. Yeah. So let's jump right into it. We got a lot to talk about today. Chris?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you on Facebook doing your thing. Okay, cool. So the series starts Wednesday. And do you know that the Knicks don't have home court advantage?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Hasn't
Should've
stopped
known-
us before.
I should have known you knew that, right?
You should know that. I'm Chris and the Stats.
Ah! You start. Hold on, where my AK-47?
I'm
at?
here to
Hold
talk hella shit tonight.
on. Yo, hold on, I gotta get the AK. She said, "You should have known that." I'm Chris and the Stats. You starting early, yo. Man, oh man.
Listen.
You see, you know what it is? You a typical Knicks fan. We talk shit.
Now with
And I was about to say y'all, but I gotta watch my words because I'm gonna just say this. No. I'm gonna say this because in reference to what Castle being my nephew, and we're gonna talk about the whole Knicks versus Spurs. I just want to say this real quick. We're gonna get more in depth, but I've been a Knicks fan since a kid, and when you got family in the NBA, you wish for the best. See, Mac, what up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, bro. See you in a while. But yeah, like we all had dreams to play in the NBA. His father, me. It's a real background. You know, we played before the internet. So to see blood make it on the highest level and guard SGA, which is the back-to-back MVP, and who just come off winning the championship, that speaks volumes because we always feel like we could do this or we should do this or our family could do this or that. And sometime before he got the people that followed this show for a long time, they know I used to tell them, remember the name Stephon Castle, remember the name Isaiah James. And these kids was in high school, right? I used to say it all the time, not knowing what he was going to do, just to be fair. But in that situation, you got to support your family. So I'm kind of in a win-win situation because I've been a Knicks fan so long and the Knicks was bad for so long and I stayed loyal to the Knicks. I never went and joined another fan base. I had no reason to. I'm just a loyal dude, so I stayed with the Knicks, good or bad. And a lot of people talk bad about us. And I said this to one of my boys today. I'm going to pull them up because we're going to pull some people up today, but it has to be people that's staying in the chat, that always be here. Not nobody that's just passing by, leaving and come. We're going to pull a few people up today to give their Knicks take. But I was talking to somebody today about the Knicks, and he felt the same way. He's a longtime fan. He was saying that all the people that's going crazy outside in the garden, those are the people who, not all of them, because that's not fair to say, right? But most of them people wasn't supporting the Knicks when the Knicks wasn't good. A lot of people don't know how to support a bad team, and I understand that, right? But I don't think that you should be over, like, you didn't suffer as long as the people who stayed a fan. And you think nobody knew who you supported? Your Facebook, your Instagram, when you go back, you don't, like, if the other team you supported is deleted, the Knicks should still be there. You could go to my page and see the Knicks years ago, since I had an Instagram. You could see Stephon Castle as a kid. Go back on my Instagram. So people can't fool you in reference to what they do and what they say. It's a lot of cap. A lot of people wasn't even supporting. I see all these ats and this and that. Castle is from Georgia. I'm just going to say it like that. So you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So if you see I'm not liking everything or reposting and sharing, because I think they're going a little, they don't get it. It's not about Far Rockaway. Yeah, his father and his mother's from there, his uncle's from there, some family from there, but Castle is from Georgia. Now we're going to move on, because that's besides really the point of the story, of the show, I mean. Let's get into Knicks versus Spurs. No doubt, Corey Lee, I knew that was you. Shout out to you. Good to see you. And I'm glad a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while are starting to pull up. I know certain days that we go live that y'all could be anywhere doing anything. I just happy to see people sporadically. He said, how many Knicks fans showing up to San Antonio? That's a great question.
That is a great question.
And you know what I meant to do? I meant to put that thumbnail up instead of us today, because we normally do good with us on the thumbnail. But I think that it's the finals. We should put those guys, because I have the Spurs in them. I'm going to put that on our thumbnail. Maybe it could bring some people in. Plus, we're going to stay on a little longer today. You shared the link. You know, if you push share on YouTube to your page, it'll show it, right, Chris? I know you know that, right? Instead of saying I'm live, if you go on your phone to the actual YouTube and hit share and then click your Facebook, it'll show us
It's not working
live
for
on your
you.
Facebook.
I don't want to take so much time away.
No problem. No, it's all good. That's something that.
Okay.
Let me do it real quick. But anyway,
Let me try it again.
like I was saying, Knicks versus
Thank
Spurs.
you.
We have some footage. I have footage of the Knicks when they won the cup. I have footage of the Spurs.
Look at the New York Knicks.
Our NBA Cup champions.
Tell me it don't mean something, Coach. Look at this.
This is incredible.
Now, this is the thing. Knicks beat the Spurs in the cup, right? And I got a question for some Knicks fans that may be in the chat or may be listening. If the Knicks don't win, is most of the Knicks fans going to be really upset? Like Crescenda, let me ask you, Crescenda stats. If the Knicks don't win,
yes,
I'm going to say hypothetically, because you Knicks fans don't want to hear that. So I'm going to say hypothetically, respectfully, right?
That's not in my vocabulary.
No, I said hypothetically to help out with the question, right?
Okay.
Hypothetically speaking, right? If the Knicks don't win, talking to Knicks fans, is Knicks universe going to be let down or upset? Because we're going to tear up shit regardless. They're going to tear up the city regardless. You know that, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to need the National Guard.
But
go ahead.
No, I just was going to ask you the same thing. Is the city going to be disappointed, or are we going to be mad?
I think we're going to be disappointed. Yes. But, Cool Breeze said it the best. We're winning.
No negative energy, Cool Breeze, regardless.
Hypothetically, if they did not succeed, we're going to be disappointed. We've been built up. We are breaking records. People are really not putting respect on our name this year, and I really don't like that. We've done some really, really amazing things. I got 5 right here in the chamber to talk about when we get there. So we're definitely not going to forget those things that led us to where we are. We've had a phenomenal year, regardless if in some fluke that, something doesn't happen. But the disappointment, of course, the goal is to get the chip. So, um, yes, there will be some disappointment, but I don't think that any enthusiasm is going to be the loss because we know that we are capable of doing it. Be honest with you, I knew that post playoffs. So I actually, honestly, you, well, I'm saying this today. If you ask me after game, hypothetically 7, if we went to 7 and it wasn't in our favor, would I feel differently? Sure. Yes, I would. But I'm not going to forget about the year that we had. This is the best year that we've had in about 50 years. And that surpasses my lifetime. So,
But let me just be fair though, because remember I
mhm,
mentioned to you backstage they did make the finals with Spreewell, so it's not that
mhm.
long. We could say that they haven't won a championship in 53 years because that's the last time when Clyde and them actually won. But we did make it to the finals. It was the Rockets, if I'm not mistaken, and Hakeem Olajuwon,
It
if
wasn't the
I'm not
Spurs.
mistaken. Somebody said that to me too. Maybe the
It was the
chat can help us.
Spurs.
It's one or the other. I'm not sure because I remember if they did play the Houston Rockets had a good team too. Now the
They
Spurs
did.
did bump into us, but I think people are saying that because we're playing the Spurs and they think that that was the time when we made it to the finals. I know Spreewell was on the team.
I
Spreewell was
think
on that
I would
team. Let
the
me look it
two
up.
bigs the two bigs that we had on Spurs was uh I know it was two bigs, and Patrick Ewing was out. He had got injured,
Hmm.
and I think it was called like a gentleman's sweep or a gentleman's win.
He's Nitty
I
Boy
believe it was
said,
four
okay,
and
it's
one.
the Spurs. It's the
It's the
Spurs in
Spurs in
'99.
'99.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said I wasn't sure. 94 was Houston. Here we go right here. See, that's what I said. Let the
'94 was
chat help us.
Houston.
We don't have time to Google. Right. 94 was Houston, 99 was Spurs. Okay. So it's not far.
Mm-hmm.
So that's better math. And if that's not accurate, anybody else could chime in and help us out with the accurate. If that I think that's pretty about right, because that's what
That's
I
accurate.
remembered. Chris Tucker, salute to you, brother. He said, I've very been a Knicks fan since
That's
they
my
had
cousin.
John
That's a
Starks
girl.
crying on the back page of the newspaper. Their accomplishments is historic. It should be not it should not be diminished.
Love you, Chris. Thank you for
I
chiming
mean,
in.
after all this time, I don't think it should be neither. That's like, you know what I'm saying? I've been like I said, I've been a Knicks fan since a kid. And I used to be in conversations and they would be able to disrespect the team and I had nothing to say back. I had to just take it on the chin. You know what I mean?
All
So
the time.
so I understand that. And I play ball. So it's different for guys when you have to compete and still pick a team and your team not be good. I know guys who was Laker fans and wasn't going to see the Lakers. So for me being the person that drove to Manhattan and seen the Garden and I couldn't do that. My dad showed me the Knicks and that's what he grew up on. And they probably thought that we would make better decisions and the Knicks would turn out to be a better team, and we just didn't. We just didn't. It just didn't work out. Um,
Right.
one thing I could say is that the NBA is a lot of young talent, and the Knicks have a young team. So I want Knicks fans to know that this is just the beginning of a bright future. And a lot of Knicks fans been quiet for a long time. And I'm not saying this to be funny, but the loudest ones is the ones who wasn't supporting. I'm gonna just be real because I've been here and I don't know you. And that's not a shot at everybody because I don't know everybody, right? And then you could have been wherever you was still supporting, taking it on the chin like me, right? But it wasn't this many. I remember it was just a set of people that just saying one day, yeah, we gonna win, and the shit didn't happen for over 30 some odd. And in a long time, they kept saying we might win, we gonna win. That's how we was. But other people couldn't take the ownership. Other people couldn't take the way we were drafting. Other people couldn't take the trades. You know, people have reasons why they did it, and I understand, right?
Mhm.
But if you going to be a fan in another state, that just didn't make sense to me. We didn't have Brooklyn Nets back then. It was New Jersey Nets. So it was either Knicks
Sure
or
was.
nothing. It was
Or
Knicks or
nothing.
nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah. But let's get into the matchup.
Okay.
Spurs versus Knicks. We know you got the Knicks. You said you think the Knicks gonna win in how many games?
I said I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't. You're right. You're right.
I didn't say anything yet. I don't know. Why I say I don't know is because the Spurs, and before I even go on that tangent, I want to acknowledge the young gentleman, Victor Wemby. I don't want
Yeah,
to screw up his name.
that's a good way to say it, Victor Wimby.
I like that gentleman. He exudes humility and class.
Hmm.
I like his style. The young man is so emotional. He cries for everything. He's a man after my own heart. I like him. He deserved MVP. You Spurs have a very young team, a very talented team,
Hmm.
very skilled team. And a lot of them are new to the NBA, which is what is like concerning. Um, so there's that part. Now, there is an advantage for being older or being accustomed to doing things more. There's more value in that because I could look at you doing something, and I'm not saying this to suggest anything. So take this with a grain of salt.
Hmm.
With the Spurs, we can, I'm certain that the Knicks have been watching them. I'm certain at this point that we've determined what their weaknesses are, whatever it is that we need to assess to say, we need to break that down. Personally, I think just with the same energy that I gave to Wimby, I want to see us trap him. He needs to be trapped all the time with our bigs. And then Stephon probably needs to be neutralized from what I see from my vantage point. I think that if we could successfully do that, we could beat the Spurs easily. But um Castle is not, to me, let me say this. I don't know what position that he plays. Um he's a
Castle,
very,
he's the
yeah,
point guard.
okay. I was gonna assume, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. No, I'm just
I didn't
okay.
want to
It's okay.
misspeak.
It's okay.
He's a very unique type. I can't call him a two-way player yet because he's so young and he's so new, but he's
Hmm.
cultivating himself into what it looks like will possibly be that, in my opinion. Um, Now, okay, and that's what you asked me about the Spurs. So I want to just make sure that I answered that.
Hmm.
Um, I'm open to speaking about the Knicks if you want to ask me that.
Now I just wanna respond to what you said. Now,
Okay.
if you think I think not because Castle is my nephew, but he's already a
Mhm.
two-way player. Let me just tell you why.
Okay.
At first, we could say what you said, but once you knock out the MVP, back-to-back year MVP, ex
Sorry, y'all.
national championship, and you gotta guard him, and throughout the year, he was guarding all the best players on every team. He got snubbed and he didn't get on the all
Yeah,
defensive team. That's the only
missed
reason
that.
why I want to say he is a two-way player already. Now, if he wouldn't have knocked Shea out and did what he did, then it could be debatable. But you have to prove yourself on the highest level Once you do that, then you have to be in that consideration. It's like even next year, he'll get all-star votes because he's playing now when nobody's playing. Most
He
teams are
will.
home in April. No, I'm just giving you an example. When you show up on these stages, you knock out Shea. Now you got to remember, I was telling my family the other day, Shea been in the league for a while. I want to answer what Cool Breeze just said about Wemby because it's all connected. Brunson stayed 4 years in college. And this is not a shot. This is facts. Brunson stayed 4 years in college.
You said this
Bridges,
before.
no, this is a remix. Bridges, 5. He had the red shirt the first year. So let's put 5 years and then, no, listen. Nah, because people get this shit twisted. I'm a player from New York. I know what a player look like. Let's put that 5 years right here and then 5 years right here from in the NBA. How much is that? That's 10, right?
It's 10.
Okay. If you take away that 10 from these kids' age, they was 9. So it's really no disrespect. It's technology where kids could practice moves off YouTube or whatever. Last point I want to make to you. Listen, I don't want to go competing back and forth because it's hard for me too. But I always talk about moves and how the league is changing. That's what on that old clip I was saying that, and me and my friend had an argument about this. I had to hang up on him because he was saying to me, "Cut, you wasn't saying that." I said, what? So I said the Knicks was going to lose to Cleveland? Oh, I said the Knicks was going to lose to the Hawks? Who I said was going to beat the Knicks? They swept the Sixers. The Sixers had Embiid on one leg. So I just wanted to be clear. I never said they couldn't get out the East. I said with some of the mistakes that we have, it's going to be hard for us to win a championship unless we clean it up. And they cleaned up a lot of them. But the key part to the Knicks' success is team basketball. You used to ask why the ball don't move more, and the ball started to move more, right? Be honest. Look,
Correct.
The Spurs do the same thing. Last night, Keldon Johnson hit 2 threes in the corner because of ball movement, and nobody expected him to hit those threes. So it's meant for your team to win when you play the correct way. Even guys that you don't expect to hit the shot might hit the shot because they all professionals, right? That's why when we judge them, we judging them because they get paid millions of dollars to put the ball in the hoop.
Correct.
If it take you a longer time to do bat bing, or dunk on Hartenstein like my nephew did, and he only been in the league for 2 years, that's not my fault. He only stayed in college 1 year, and you stayed in college 5. So and 5 years in the league too. That's 10. Do the math. A 5th grader, no, that's a long time. So let's just keep it real. Dudes, the game is changing. Just like with KD and all these guys, it's time for them to move out LeBron so the younger guys could be in the superstar rank so it could make more sense. Cade Cunningham, Brunson, I ain't even going to say Castle yet. He's still in the 2nd year. It depends on if you win the championship early, then you have to consider him like something different because it's very few players come in the league and do things that fast. And I didn't expect that. I just knew how good he was. But what I wanted to fix, what you said, he is a two-way player. If he makes Shea Gilgeous-Alexander eyeballs be like this, Shea Gilgeous eyeballs is like this.
You see them last night?
I never seen Shea Gilgeous eyeballs go that big. He couldn't take it no more. He ain't have no help. So I'm just saying. So look, okay, cool. The Spurs is playing the Knicks. So I never really talk about the Spurs a lot. And in my show, I have a Spurs logo. Hold on, let me just pull this up because we had this a long time ago, and I want to show everybody because I have money on Spurs and Knicks to win it all. It's a big bag. So listen, we had this a long time ago. Right? We didn't know the Spurs and the Knicks was going to make it to the end. I cover Spurs and Knicks on the Strength of Family, right? So now we here with really Spurs and Knicks. It really came to fruition, right? So
yes, it did.
I just get to talk about all the Spurs basketball that I've been watching. Now, do I want the Knicks to win? Yeah. But I'm going with the family. Family's always first for me. And I just wanted to tell you this, Cool Breeze. Wemby's crying because he only been in the NBA for 3 years. Wemby didn't even go to college, bro. So he's on that same time schedule that I was saying with Castle and them. Bro, bro, those guys, Towns been in the NBA for 10 years, bro. So that's why the celebration looked different. These kids ain't even supposed to be in the NBA Finals.
Yep.
The Spurs
Yep.
haven't even been in the finals in a while. Without Popovich, the coaches knew as well. But I just want to say this. I give a lot of credit to Mike Brown because Mike Brown for somehow got these guys to buy into his system.
Yep.
And I feel
It
like
worked.
that's what the Knicks needed because it was too much of Brunson in his bag. And we had a show and we said, we remember good players that get their 25, but they get their team involved first, and then they still go out and get their points, even if they get 7 points less or 10 points less, as long as they get a win. And we started to see more ball movement. Another thing before I pass it to you is with the Knicks. I noticed that Karl Towns wasn't making those fouls on offense that we were saying with the screening after. I'm not saying that they watch us, but I just want what we say the mistakes are to be fixed. So the Knicks probably have a good chance to win. Because either way, I come out good. I supported the Knicks all these years when they wasn't good.
Right.
So I'm going to still go to the parade, but I just wish my family the best. And I wish the Knicks the best. I'm kind of in a pickle, like you said. I'm in a pickle.
Remember,
but family's first.
You're in a conundrum. I said that when you mentioned that about Cat, and we did agree to that, right? We said that. That's a fact. I told you that Cat was going to
salute my guy Mike. Salute my guy Mike. Salute Corey. My guy Chris. Keep doing your thing. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you.
I told you that he was going to adjust that. Did I not?
What?
And he was going to adjust being fouled out the way that he was. Because we were saying he's sloppy, he didn't see that. Yep. How he poked his butt out. He did. And he was doing it. He was. But I said, I guarantee you he's going to adjust it because at this point, there's no reason for it. It's playoffs. Whatever it is that you are inefficient in, you need to rethink it and get it together and play that. Sorry, I was reading Brunson as a liability on defense.
I don't say stuff like that.
Fox, Castle, Harper, Johnson can abuse him. Castle just made SGA not get his numbers, so he will guard Brunson, and SGA is much better than Brunson. Oh my God. Okay.
No, Chris, he's not. See, this is what I have to tell Knicks fans, right? When people come in that's not Knicks fans, he could be a Knicks fan and just be keeping it real as well, right? He's just, some people have straight truth. They speak straight what they see.
But as a person that looks at the analytics and the numbers.
No. It's not that. Let me tell you what it is. It's simple. Look, SGA is MVP back to back, and he just won a national championship.
He is.
So when you have that, and this player he's talking about did that to him, that's why he's saying that. He's not against. It's just that all this time people are watching every game and they vote for Brunson and they vote for SGA and they vote. I'm talking about like MVP type thing. Brunson was in the conversation of MVP, so let's not act like he wasn't, right? But let's be fair. SGA was considered better than him.
For whatever reason.
A lot of reasons. I could tell you a couple right now. He's a two-way player, Chris.
Well,
SGA's a two-way player. Brunson isn't. Let's just keep it real. He works hard on D, but SGA is considered as a two. He's taller than Brunson. It's easier to play defense at 6'6"
than it is at 6'2". Okay.
Right. That's all what it is. It's not personal. I know you guys, we get in our feelings about.
I'm not. I'm totally not. I'm fine, but I'm gonna hit y'all with 5, and that's okay. I'm waiting for the time. We got.
Show you something.
We got an hour and a half left.
I was at the game on Christmas last year. And I got a video that I ain't even post on Facebook. Castle dunked on Brunson so hard. And I went to dinner. And
you didn't even tell me about that.
He told me he did that because of me.
Thanks, nephew.
So I'm just showing you. I don't even post this on my YouTube. You understand? I'm going to play it again. I was in the crowd on Christmas. This is a Christmas game. Last year, he pointed at son. I'm still a Knicks fan. He said he did that because of me. Yeah, you don't want to see it. Listen, I'm just showing you how I still keep it real. And I posted back then and I said, let's not act like this ain't happened. Cool. Listen, it's a play. I don't expect for Brunson to care or like me anyway. I got to go with my family regardless. I'm still going to support the Knicks. I just going to talk my junk and show. But I didn't post that on Facebook or my YouTube page. You noticed that. You never saw that video.
I know.
It's an old video. Right. So I'm just showing you how I have stuff and I don't even care to share it.
All right.
Because I protect my Knicks. But we in a bad situation right now.
Listen, wait, hold on. All right, now I would like to activate now, if I may. May I have the floor?
Go ahead. Whatever you think.
Okay.
Just know you're facing an alien.
That's fine. I'll face all of you weirdos, aliens, whatever you want to refer to yourself as. Let's get very clear on a couple of things, right? Number one, and I wrote them down for you guys, so I'm a writer by trade. Let's just acknowledge that we, meaning the Knicks, displayed a balanced scoring attack by scoring 130 points in a playoff game without a single player scoring 20 points. What is that saying about the New York Knicks as a team? As a, I don't even know, like as a conglomerate, okay?
Can we go back and forth? Or we just want to keep going? Let me know if you want to keep trying to cook. I won't disturb you.
No, it's okay. I just want to say this because this is important. And you guys, please, you can rip me in these comments if you want. Tell it like it is. But is this not looking like, is it not aligning in a comparison to a team like the Warriors? And I'm talking about the Warriors with Kevin Durant.
What?
Yes or no?
Who?
Look.
Who? I'm asking you who. I'm just asking you who. I'm just saying who. Who are you talking about?
I'm not
Who's looking like the Warriors with Kevin Durant? Who?
The team.
The Knicks? The Knicks?
The New York Knicks.
No way. Stop it.
No way. All right.
No way.
You gonna let me
tell me three? Tell me three. No, I just want to ask one question. I'll let you continue.
I got
4. Tell me 3 players. It was Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Curry at that time. Tell me 3 players on the Knicks that you could compare to those 3. I'll wait.
My old man went against me and said, tell me 3 players.
No, don't say your old man. You talking your shit. You said you was going to cook. I'm here to simmer. I'm going to simmer your cook. I have to simmer your cook. I'm not going to disturb your meal, but I'm going to simmer your cook. I'm going to turn down your fire. Okay.
Listen, you can turn down my fire. You can adjust my fire. I'm not answering that question. I'm Chef
Kerry himself of the podcasting. I could come up with shit that nobody can't. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't answer that because it's nobody there that could. That's like.
And I knew that you was going to do that. And I specifically said I'm not going to provide an answer for that. But wait until I'm finished, okay?
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because you learn if you listen. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
We also showed road dominance because what is it right here? We showed road dominance. We became the first.
You can't even read your notes? Yo, Prophet, she's messing up on her notes. Prophet mentality. You see this, right? Don't cheer her on if she's stumbling on her notes.
Bye. I'm mad corny. We also showed road dominance. We became the first team in the NBA to win 6 consecutive playoff road games by double digits. Okay.
Okay. When you made that face, you made the whole shit static.
We tied the NBA record, and I already spoke to this already. We tied the NBA record for the most 3 points in a post game, which was the number was 25. Wait, let me go.
I have to interrupt her sometime. She compared the Knicks to the best Golden State Warriors of all time. Let's keep it real. I have to keep the integrity of the show. How you gonna compare the Knicks to the best Warrior team of all time with KD and Curry on the same team? Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and then some other players was over there. You can't let her get away with that. She's my Daniel son. Don't ever play like that.
Chat.
I'm Mr. Miyagi. I just told her that.
Come on, tell me. Chat.
Look, they all
Chat.
voting for you because they
Check
Knicks
me.
fans.
Tell me where I'm
They
wrong.
Knicks fans. They know
Check
I
me,
want my
fam.
nephew to
Check
win a
me,
little
chat.
bit, so they gonna go against me. I get it. It's cool. I only want him to win a
Chat,
little bit.
check me.
Don't do me dirty, y'all. Guys, Chris, finish. I'm sorry. I want to hear your
All right,
response.
all right. Largest halftime lead in the postseason. You want to hear them numbers? 83 to 36. That's a 47
I gotta
point
give you some
deficit.
applause. You killing it. You say you want to hear them numbers?
Them numbers is terrible. I have never in my
Yo,
life.
you put the SG. You had the SGA eyeballs just now.
Yes, I did. So did. Okay.
Yo, tell them. Let them niggas know, man. You know what I'm saying, son?
And that happened on April the 30th, 2026.
Oh,
And number one, we had the largest point differential across a game span in league history, plus 262. You telling me that doesn't make us
Hold on,
in the
whoa. Partner, plus 62. What? I'm just trying to keep up with you, partner. What you meant? What's plus 62? What was that? Because they did a lot, and I want.
Is.
No,
Plus
I'm not.
262.
Huh? Say that again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Plus 262.
For and what? And field goals or something? I didn't hear the whole. I'm not sure. You think I'm trying?
No, love, no.
Oh.
Yes, it field goals.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to.
No, I know.
Because I know you. I know what you saying is something because you do your job. But I need to question it or how we say.
I want you to
make
question
the conversation grow. We make the conversation grow. No, we're not talking about really just learning right now, but it's just saying it grows our conversation. Spurs aren't winning. So
no.
Okay, so why couldn't you answer when the Spurs are gonna win? When I asked you how many games, a couple of my friends they said 5. Right. They said the Spurs are gonna lose in 5. Knicks in 5.
I don't want to get. So the reason why I didn't answer it today is because I don't want to say something right now and then have to change it later. But if you want me to guess.
Salute, Boog. Okay, Chris. I hear you.
If you want me to guess.
Thank you, Boogs. I appreciate the birthday love, bro. Appreciate you, Boogie. That's my guy, Jay Boogie, Chris. That's the one who I told you about that the Knicks brought his record and he brought me to the playoff game against the Cavs and they played it on the Jumbotron. That's Jay Boogie right there. That's my guy. Good to see you, Boogs. You already know.
Peace.
Word.
I don't.
Now
niggas crying in the chat.
Yeah, we funny. It's a good commentary. You know what
I mean? So I say that to say, and listen, I am not going into my word bag. I'm not bringing my word registry. I'm not doing any of that. I'm keeping it really, really, really minuscule right here. And honestly, in all fairness, I'm really not ready to like give it to y'all hard, but that's okay. The next time I will. But to me, witnessing what the Warriors did, I believe that was 2019, 2017, 2018, 2019 with KD. It looks alike to me. Because I remember I was crying. I was upset. You know, Knicks had lost as per usual. And what I'm seeing, what's being demonstrated right now, and like you said, shout out to Mike Brown, it looks alike to me. And I'm just going to keep it there. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my research and I'm going to tell you why. But I knew that you were going to ask me that. And I said, you know what? I'm not answering that right now.
Why would you pick them then? Why would you use them?
Simply because I remember the way that it was back then. I remember that they were.
You was better off picking records. a Warriors team without KD because because they was the same way. It's like the Knicks. The Knicks did this when nobody. Yeah, look, I'm gonna give you a great example. The Knicks did this when
distinguishing factor when I said him then.
No, because it's like nobody even expected KD to join the Warriors. He kind of played himself because he could have beat the Warriors himself.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that made that team a slaughter team. No, I'm talking about when you put him on that team. Okay. Look, the Warriors had just came off of winning the championship, and now KD joined that team. Come on, that's That's all I said. I never say anything because some things are opinionated where I don't
Right.
have to say anything, right?
I agree with you with that. You 100% right with that. I second that. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying the record breaking. Will, we just bore witness
Nah,
to
you
the
OD.
best.
You
No,
OD,
I'm not
son. You,
ODing.
you,
No,
you
I'm
no,
not.
listen, I said you OD, meaning like you already did. You had it with the numbers, the sweep, all that fly shit, and then you just went overboard comparing them to the Warriors team because the Warriors team won already. They won it. What if the Knicks don't
The
win?
Knicks are gonna win. Clip it.
It's a
Clip
possibility
it.
that they won't, right? I'm just saying. I don't
Jesus.
want them. I
Please
want the
tell
Knicks to win. I'll say that for y'all.
Allah.
The
Tell
fuck?
Will that the Knicks are gonna win. Stop it.
Who said that?
Stop it, Will.
The Knicks took a lot of my money all these years. I support it. I
Okay.
stayed a fan. I go to games. I buy merch.
You
Right?
got money. Knock it off.
Nah, it's not about that. I work hard for the money. But I'm talking about like as far as what I do. So I don't want to have to explain this again. I think people understand that. And I was talking about Stephon before he went to the NBA, not knowing what he was going to do. Just so happy he's playing against my team. So I could just say, however it goes, I'm going to be good with the result. I don't want to say too many
No.
bad things about
Okay.
my own
Yeah,
team. It's like talking about somebody that I love, to be honest.
We got you, Will. We got you. We
I got
understand. You're in
footage of
a
stuff that I
conundrum.
could post and say that I don't say. When I say that year thing, it's to even show Nick Nation that we need more young. We need Ding. We need kids that we have that's young to be out there cooking like these young guys. So on our bench or whatever, we need some of that. Deuce look good for his age, where he is, but that's bench level. You got guys his age starting or coming off the bench doing more because it's harder to come out the West than it is the East. And this is some things we're going to get into right now. And it may not be the stuff you want to hear, but it's just facts, right?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
The Knicks swept their opponents. What does that say about the opponents? Let's start with the Hawks. The Hawks got one game maybe. I don't know if it was
I hope
two.
you don't
I
say the
don't think
C
they should have.
word.
I don't even think the Hawks should have got any games because C.J. McCullough haven't did good in a long time.
Okay, yeah, we discussed that.
The Sixers try to go with Embiid, and Embiid is not healthy. It wasn't a good thing. Right? Cavs, I don't know what was wrong with Spider. So let me just say this to be clear, though. I can't make excuses for those teams because the Knicks did what they were supposed to do. Not just beat them. They beat them in the fashion that they were supposed to with a sweep. But this is what I want to make the point of. What was glaring to me that the competition wasn't there. I don't
You mean
know
the
who to
competition
blame.
wasn't healthy? Like, is that because you said Embiid
It's
was
like
not
this
healthy?
with the Sixers. No, I know you was talking about the
Spider-Man.
Sixers, but with the Sixers, right? That's their business on how they want to conduct their business and keep waiting on a process. I'm a Knicks fan. When it comes to anybody else, I don't care what they do. The Spurs situation is just because of Steph being my nephew, right? But let's just be clear. Any other team, I already told you what it is with them. I don't care that what the Sixers do. I knew the Knicks was coming out of the East. I didn't know who the Knicks would face in the championship. And at the beginning of the year, I didn't know this neither, to be fair and clear, too. When I knew it, when I seen how it was rolling out and who they had to play and the injuries and everything and how it looked, and when Detroit had to play Cleveland, I said, they're going to weigh each other out, and we're going to have an easy way to the chip. I've been seeing that, right? Now, in that process, I said, man, if the Spurs beat OKC, which I wasn't sure about neither, right, to be fair.
Right, to
They
be
put
fair.
the air on. If the Spurs beat them, then it's going to be Knicks and Spurs. So I don't even have no dog in the fight. If the Spurs win, congratulations to my fam. If the Knicks win, congratulations to my team that's been down for so long. That's how I try to look at it. Now, when I break the game down, it's not personal. It's just what I saw. The West, the Spurs had to go through a tougher bracket to get there. Let's talk about the rest. What did we see after teams came back off of the rest? The Knicks almost lost the first game off of the rest, but they
Okay.
came back and beat the Cavs. OKC lost the first game off of the rest in game one to the Spurs.
Speak on it.
So, but this is a longer rest, so we don't know how that game one is going to go. And once a team loses in game one because of something like rest, they got to figure out how not to fall or lose the same way. So I don't think the Knicks may have that problem, but it may not be coachable. It may be something where they got to get their legs under them because practicing in a real playoff game is different because they don't want to get nobody don't want to get hurt, right? In practice, so they
Right.
can't play but so hard. But once the game start, it's like a high level. So the Knicks have to get their legs back under them, and the Spurs are already going to be used to playing. So I think that's an even slate. Now, as far as stamina, I think the Spurs have a young roster. So when I used to be in the gym or you see younger guys, they could just continue to play when older guys are done for the night. Just for example wise. Younger guys can go longer. They could play 2, 3 more games. So that's the same thing playing in the NBA because they playing already on the NBA schedule. So their body is already used to an NBA schedule. So now that they got to
Mhm.
play more games than they used to playing or they had to play because of the finals, because they only get 2 days rest, they're going to be ready for that as well. So I don't know about advantage. The Knicks advantage to me, and I'm gonna pass it to you right here. The Knicks
Mhm.
advantage to me is how good they've been playing with ball movement. You got guys like Shamit, uh, Deuce. You got guys that is ready to shoot the ball, and that's very important because you can't load up on Brunson. But
You're in my head.
The Spurs and the Knicks play a similar game where
Hmm.
I don't know if Brown looked at what the Spurs was doing, where they have a big float in because they was doing that with Mitch. It's like a man zone. That's what the Spurs play with. Wimby guards a guy who don't really shoot and he float. So if your man drive, he coming behind you to be that second line of defense to make it tougher on you to score that basketball. So they
Hmm.
think Castle's shutting guys down. He's putting pressure on them, but they changing their mind on shooting because Wimby's guarding the paint.
Right.
He's right behind. So his man has to be a shooter.
Hmm.
So he can't do that. Or
Hmm.
they'll be in a man zone if Towns is out there. It'll be guards already out there. So I think the Spurs and the Knicks play a similar defense where it's you notice if you watched the game yesterday, Chris, where it was a pass, then it was an open shot because the defense couldn't keep rotating to every one. And if the offense made an extra pass, then it would be an open shot. So that's what the Knicks are going to be looking at. Go ahead.
Hmm. No, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to simply, this is not a
No, that's
take.
okay.
I was just going to simply say, in all fairness, I did not watch the whole game. I
Okay, no
watched
problem.
the second half, and
Mm-hmm.
I really saw what happened to, you know, um, our guy Alexander. So I saw that, and I saw he was working. He was balling like that was a battle. And it was really good to see. But to your point, sorry, now I am making it a take. I agree with what you said as far as the defense looking pretty similar to the Knicks. I think about that. I ponder on that, Will, and I say to myself, what are we going to do about that? Because, in the beginning, I said, well, I feel like we need to guard Wimby, like we need to trap him, was my exact uh, verbiage. And I
Mm-hmm.
still say that. Um, Listen, Brunson is Brunson. I'm really thinking about OG a lot, um, Mitch as well. But when I look at the Spurs, they have a setup, and then this is what I'm sorry. I reactivated what I wanted to say. When you were
It's okay. I'm
talking
with you.
about
I'm with you. I'm with you.
um being young, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm about to pivot just a little bit, but stay with me, guys. I was looking at a fight. Last night was fight night. Amanda Serrano against that other girl. I don't know her name. I don't care.
Yeah.
So Amanda won that fight, right? Previously, she was the undercard on Clarissa Shields' fight that happened this year that we remember
Mm-hmm.
against the girl. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I was calling her sturdy and big and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They took Amanda's belt when her competitor clearly did not beat her. And they did the same thing with Holly Holmes last night. So the reason why I'm bringing it up, right? The age situation. That's a very tricky thing to use, I feel, because let's think about it. And I'm not showing him no love, but I'm just saying LeBron James is 41 years old. And I know we can say everything underneath the sun, moon, and the stars in the sky about that man. But he was playing very well at 41 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I heard what you said about the Villanova guys. They was in college for X amount of years. They've been playing. You do the math on that. They've been playing 10 years. By the time they already in the NBA 5 years already, someone like Steph is only 9 years old. That's all good and fine. You did say that there's more technology that that we have accessible now that we didn't have back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, what's always going to remain true, and I thought about it from my occupation, your impact is always going to be a little bit more different, mostly for the better, when you're older, if you're in good shape. We see that demonstrated, particularly with the New York Knicks. I think in the beginning, me and you was getting on Cat. Like, I don't even know. Like, I felt like me and you didn't like him because he was weak. Who not winning the chip?
How you gonna let that
I
comment
don't
take
want to
you out?
make what I
That's
missed
why I put
something.
that there. I knew you was gonna say
No,
something on
it's
that.
good. I got it. I got it.
Nah, I didn't know who he was
I'm
talking about.
good.
I
I'm
wanted
good.
to
I'm good.
ask him, who you talking about, bro? Who you saying not winning the chip? Because you said some things that I understand what you meant. He was speaking for you, Chris. He was saying the fact KD had to join the Warriors. Yeah, he agreed with me and you, because when the point I made about the Warriors, why it's not a good comparison, it would have been a good comparison with a regular Warriors team, because they won a chip without KD, and KD shouldn't have joined. But he was saying that you just compared the success of the team. And I basically was saying that I didn't really respect that team, because once you add KD and KD went there after he lost, I can't respect it.
I
So when you
understand that.
start
I
saying
know.
the numbers are
Hmm.
astronomical. And
Hmm.
that's the team that beat the Thunder team that had Westbrook, Ibaka. They would have been their own dynasty. They lost by a play. The Knicks lost
They
in the
did, but they still
in
lost.
the Eastern Conference last time. And look, now they right back here. So I'm trying to tell you, all they had to do was stay with it. That's not good on KD's part. They try to let him get away with it, but that was some soft shit. Let's keep it real. You let
We
the
are.
team that beat you and you joined them.
No, you're right. I don't think that it was an honorable thing to do either. I wasn't speaking to that. I was just speaking to the numbers that we were seeing. Those
I know.
numbers, the way that it went, the wavelength of it reminds me of what we're seeing now. But let me just get back. Let me just put
Go
a pin
ahead.
on that, or maybe just get rid of that and get back to what I was saying about
No,
the
I was
age
just saying
component.
what he was saying in the chat,
Right. You were
so I could
clarifying for me.
update you
And I'm
on what he
sorry.
was saying, because you were speaking and you couldn't read what he was saying. But go ahead. I
Yeah, I
just wanted
wasn't
to
really
update
looking
you.
at the chat. I'm sorry.
That's
Um,
fine. That's my job. It's all good.
so and I do the same for you. But
Oh,
the
that's what
age
he's saying. So
component,
I'm gonna let
right?
him get this last one off. Look, this will help you. This is what he's saying. He's trying to go
Yeah,
with your
the
point.
2017 Warriors team set
But
the
I
record we
don't
broke.
care. That's KD, Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, bro. This Knicks team don't got that many names on there. Knicks, those guys are role players. They not
It don't
Curry or
matter.
Kevin Durant. It do matter. That show you how weak the Eastern Conference is. Y'all don't really want me to dissect this shit and hurt y'all feelings, right? Because I'm not. I'm just
Will, I
being a
want to
Knicks fan.
You
No,
my teacher.
the whole Eastern
Hurt
Conference
my
was
feelings.
weak as. No, it's not about your feelings. I'm not talking about
Do
you.
it. Do it.
Dudes are trying to act like that take is no. Cat been in the league for 10 years, Lord. Wemby been in the
Lord.
league for 3. That's a figure of speech.
No,
I'm just
I'm
showing
saying
you
the other
what
way.
we talking about. The Spurs are going to be the future. Knicks got to get one now. Knicks going to have to make more moves. Spurs not going to have to change their whole team.
Now.
And I hope they do. Spurs have their roster set. The Knicks are not going to keep this roster. Win or lose.
But okay. I'm buying into that. I bought into that. Right? What does that have to do with us winning a chip?
I didn't say it does. I said Knicks have to win now.
Okay.
I didn't say it has anything to do with it.
Because that's what I was that
guy.
Say.
I was that guy that was saying get rid of Randall, and they was arguing with me then. We didn't get back here until we got rid of Randall. All these Knicks fans was Randall lovers. He's a bum. He's a bum. And look, Chris, this is the thing. These guys play with Kobe. These guys been in the league for 30 years. Don't make no excuses for these guys. If you got 2-year guys coming in doing this, Wemby's a 3-year guy. Brunson, 4 years in college.
Okay, well.
4 or 5 years in the NBA. What you think Harper gonna be doing in his 10th year? Hold on. What you think Harper gonna be doing in his 6th year in the NBA if he dunking on people right now? What you think Castle? If Castle could guard these dudes 100 feet right now, because the best dudes like this gonna be even fading away even more. It's gonna be younger dudes there, so they gonna be the best dudes.
Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying.
A shooting guard position is the best position in the NBA, or one of the most powerful positions in the NBA, right? You know what? I ain't gonna say that. That's not even fair to say. You know why? Because
let's make it fair.
No, I'm gonna say this like this. You don't need a shooting guard if your point guard is the shooting guard.
Okay.
But the shooting guard ain't the point guard. So you are missing something there. You get it? Look,
I do.
Okay. Because the point guard is the shooting guard. It's better than the shooting guard. It happens sometimes. It's Dame Lillard's in the world, right? But most of the time, the shooting guard got to be able to create their shot. I want to say it that way.
Are you speaking of someone in specific?
No, because I don't want to be. I don't want to be nitpicking when players did well. That's not fair. That's not fair to players. That's not fair to the players on the Knicks team that actually swept and did what they did. And certain players like Bridges and them. Bridges, for example, he actually played through adversity. So I won't slander him. I'll let him rock. Because we don't need him to have a bag right now. We need him to play his role because it's only one basketball, right? And Brunson is like the shooting guard, right? Excuse me. But Towns is smart because they activated his passing to help him out. Because in basketball, you got to be involved in the game to feel like you in the game. If you don't do nothing, you might not work as hard on defense. So luckily, Towns is making passes and doing certain things that keep him involved in the game, which is great for us, right? So Bridges has to do the same thing. If it's not scoring, you got to find other ways to contribute.
Right.
Granted, you was making your shots and you was doing things right. But in order for us to win, you have to just contribute. Because I think a lot of players don't understand that it's not just about scoring the basketball. It's about contributing any way you could, because it's only one basketball and only one person can score at a time. But it's a such thing called an assist that you can help somebody score, which is a very good thing, or rebounding, or playing defense, or diving on the floor for balls, or setting good screens, not making silly fouls. These are things that's going to help you win a championship. And when I said the Knicks didn't have a championship team, I was seeing repetitive mistakes. Even though they ran through those teams that they played against, I was seeing repetitive mistakes, missed free throws. Wemby don't miss free throws. Castle don't miss free throws anymore. Once in a gray moon.
Okay.
He's the biggest guy in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit threes. at half court for the buzzer in the Western Conference Final. So when you got somebody that's like that you got a guard at the 3-point line, and then he could just slender by you, take 2 steps, and then be over. It's not easy to guard.
I gave Wemby. Wemby is that guy, but I gave him his flowers. He deserved it. But as far as we talking about what we're dealing with right now in this sector, it's not going to end the way that people think that it is. I just instinctively feel that way. And I know I use that a lot. Y'all probably tired of me with my instincts. But have I been wrong? Me and Will in studio, we discussed, we knew that it was going to be the Spurs. And I'm not saying that you guys probably don't have instincts and that you don't feel the things that you feel, but me and Will knew this. We knew this a long time ago. It was just irony that he had up the Spurs and the Knicks. But when you think about it, when you dissect it, it makes sense for Will to have that up because his nephew is on the Spurs. But how did it align that way? We knew it when we spoke, when me and Will spoke, and we have our little banter that we have, and we go off and talk and laugh and all these things. Will ask me, Chris, who you think is going to win? And I said, well, I think that, I said what I said about OKC. I don't really remember exactly what I said, but I said, I don't think that they're going to take it. I think it's going to be the Spurs. And Will was like, I concur. So all I can really say about that is interesting because it's a very similar structured team with the exception of Wemby. That's why I said he needs to be trapped. He needs to be trapped just for the very same reason that you just said less than 5 minutes ago. But I don't want to be redundant and I want to keep repeating myself. If there's anything that, because, I've watched the games. I've done all that I can do. I did all of the analyzing that I could do. I've probably done too much because, I can't even sleep now. But I don't know. I don't have it down to an exact science. I can tell you guys what the numbers are. I love to do that. But numbers are accurate and they determine what the outcomes are. They don't predict what will happen because anything can happen. But as far as a person that is a New Yorker, born and raised and reared up here and had to deal with everybody calling us bums, there was somebody who so eloquently.
I thought he was very good at both ends of the court.
After you play this, I would like to read it to you. No, it's okay. After you play this.
No, I wasn't going to play it. I just was trying to upload it so I could play something. Okay, finish what you were saying. It just came.
I want you guys to listen. Okay, what this person said. Listen to this, y'all. Incredible. I couldn't have said this better. The person said, I'm a sore loser. So I've been quiet about the Knicks for years. I've loved the Knicks for my entire life. And if you've been a Knicks fan for long enough, you know this moment hasn't come easy. We survived the dark years. We survived being the punchline of the NBA for what felt like forever. The endless losing, the dysfunction, the terrible contract, the front office disasters, the hopelessness. Every single season before it even started, we watched Reggie Miller rip our hearts out year after year. We watched Larry Brown and Stephon Murray disaster unfold in real time. We suffered through the Isaiah.
Yeah, Chris, I'm sorry. That was just in the background. No, I was giving him something to look at while you talk. Go ahead.
Okay, we suffered through the Isaiah Thomas era. Honestly, one of the most painful stretches any fan base has ever endured. 217 win seasons within 5 years, countless 20-win seasons, lottery pick after lottery pick after lottery pick. We talked ourselves into Eddie Curry's post moves. We convinced ourselves that Jerome James was worth that contract after one playoff series. We watched Andrea Baragani shoot us out of the games and Joakim Noah collect checks while barely playing. We lived through the lineups that had no business touching the NBA court. And sometimes, somehow, through all of that, there were still tiny flashes of hope. Those Carmelo Anthony years gave us a little bit of something to believe in again for a little while. 2 playoff appearances, that 54-win season, Melo dropping 50 in 3 quarters, back night after night. It wasn't a championship run, but it was everything we went through, even though those moments felt like sunlight breaking through the clouds within those orange and blue skies. Every year, it was the same old bum ASS Knicks. Every year, we got clowned, national TV jokes, media laughing at us. Players didn't want to come here. Coaches came and went and recycled. Hope came and died over and over again. Still, we Knicks people,
Salute,
we still
Tim.
stayed because being a Knicks fan isn't something that you turn off when it gets ugly. It's loyalty, it's pain, it's believing anyway. As a Yankees fan, I imagine that's what it feels like being a Mets fan. That's what this feels like. That's why this moment feels different for us. Not because we won anything yet, but because of after the decades of misery, embarrassment, false starts, and heartbreak, the New York Knicks are standing on the doorstep of the NBA Finals, one win away. For the first time in a long time, this city believes in us again, and we believe in us again. And every fan who sat through those awful seasons deserves this feeling.
What's her name? Let's shout her out.
The credit goes to, it's just a writer off of the New York, excuse me. It's a gentleman by the name of Chris Nugaria.
Shout out Chris. Dope article. I respect it. I second that
Amazing.
motion. I like how you put that together. Shout out to my guy Tim in the chat. See, he got the wrench. He regulating.
Mhm.
Asking y'all to please hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If you down with the movement, you down with the movement. Soon we're gonna be really moving. We're gonna be going to games as a movement. We're gonna have for the love of the game parties like how other podcasts do. It's gonna get different real soon. And this is the good part about us, Chris, with the show and you coming on. This is what I want to tell Knick fans. We talked about this earlier, and I just want to touch on this real quick again. I'm just happy that, in reference to what the gentleman that just spoke in the article you read, one thing that I heard that I still can remember because I feel the same way is being in conversations and people disrespecting my team. That's why I feel like nobody can tell me how to be a fan or what I could do or what I can't do because I never left. And people used to disrespect us because we was that bad and wonder why we sticking with the team. But to New Yorkers, it wasn't about just the team. It was about the city and loyalty and everything that we stand for. So I just felt like I can't be a Net fan. I can't be a Charlotte fan. I never lived nowhere else but New York. So I always looked at it that way. So I just feel like New Yorkers need to just be grateful that we could be in the conversation and have respect because we went so long and we didn't really have respect and we stayed Knick fans and we had to take it on the chin. So now that they can't disrespect us, win or lose, like, and I don't want to just keep selling the win or lose thing. This is a better way for y'all to look at it. We're gonna be back here because they could do whatever they want in the East, and we could do whatever we want, but we're gonna be back here. Because once you get there, you know how to get there. And if you got the players, you can't make too many much changes. You just got to fix whatever need to be fixed or plug in whatever you need to plug in or make some moves of guys that we don't got to question their ability to go off the dribble and stuff like that. And you're going to be right back again. So, Knick fans, it was a long time of us not enjoying having basketball in May and June. But I just want to tell y'all this. Things are changing. Brunson is young. The Knicks are going to be in the conversation for a long time. So I think it's a perfect time. And we've been covering the Knicks for a while. I just think it's a perfect time. Even though it's a lot of bandwagon fans, the fanatics, the guys who hide, like that person said, he hid. I ain't hide, son. I respect your article, but I ain't hide. I'm just keeping it real. It's different type of fans out here. So I could really appreciate it even more knowing that I stuck my chest out when we wasn't shit. So a lot of people didn't wear their Knick hat. A lot of people didn't keep their chest out. I did, because it didn't matter. I felt like after a while it can't go on this long, and the shit just kept going on. It just got out of hand. For real. I'm just keeping it a bean. You could do it how you want. Look, I don't have a problem with the Fanatics because they was a fan too before. They just didn't deal with the trauma and bad decisions and bad ownership at one time. So I don't really judge people for how they didn't support, and I don't really get into it. I just say I did. Whatever you did is your business. Just don't be a fanatic now because you did take a long break and you didn't have, you can't appreciate it the same way that somebody that didn't. And don't act like you did because nigga, well, let's go look on your Facebook or Instagram. You don't have a Nick logo. I'm going to anybody page to look if you get like that. You're lying now. We'll let you come to the parade. Just don't be capping. Yeah, be a humble Knicks fan, son. Y'all niggas wasn't around. So don't tell me nothing. I'm going to win either way. I supported when we wasn't shit, Chris. I'm keeping it real. Patrick Ewing with that ugly-ass finger roll. I was here for that. He could have dunked the ball. I was here for that. When Patrick Ewing, when Reggie Miller did this, Trae Young did us dirty a few years ago. That shit is all new when they spit on Trae Young. Yeah, we lost that series. Remember? They spit on that man, but we lost. So let us not forget. And I want to shout out Amazon, iHeart, all the listeners, because y'all ain't watching, y'all just hearing. I want to hopefully y'all get a good laugh on your ride, car ride, wherever at work, get you through your day. That's what I really do this for. It's not always about, for me.
This guy saying it like he do it by himself, right?
I'm going to be accurate regardless because I love it.
He's so mean to me.
Mean to you? Travel vibes. Oh, shit, I'm seeing all my people. I'm seeing all my people. Yeah, the wrench is coming out. The wrenches is back.
You owe somebody a wrench too.
Pull up, wrench. Who are all wrench?
Remember, you owe
Cool Breeze.
You said you was giving Cool Breeze a wrench.
All right, see, Cool Breeze. Crescenda Stats not gonna let me not give you a wrench, but you deserve it. But
y'all should get him because he said he did this by himself.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said it 30 seconds ago.
Well, I mean,
you didn't mean it. I know. You just,
I didn't mean it like that, but we just was for the love of the game a little bit before you came along.
Okay.
But now that it's perfect now because it's really for the love of the game, and nobody else is ever gonna be allowed to come. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and I'm gonna invite. That's what we're going to do. I'm about to invite a couple Knicks fans up. So when I see your face here, if I recognize you, I could pull you up. Because then if I don't know you, I can't pull you up. Because you might do something crazy on the show. Then I got to delete the whole show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put the link in the chat. And I want a couple Knicks fans to pull up and say what they think about the Knicks versus Spurs and what they think is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who want to pull up. Cool Breeze. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'm going to give you your wrench. That's the link to the chat right there. If you want to pull up and just give you a take, especially if I know you. If I don't know you, it's not going to be no disrespect. If I see your face, and then it's all good. It's no disrespect. But yeah, Chris, look. Knicks fans in the chat, if the Knicks don't win the chip, right, how are you going to feel about the Knicks? Are you going to be upset? Are you going to still be grateful that we are in contention or we're a better team? Are you going to feel let down? Are you going to feel that ugly finger roll, right, Mike? Yeah, son. I was with Pat. Why Patrick Ewing turned his hand backwards like this, and he's 7 feet, and he got the part. Patrick Ewing had the part, and he was Jamaican. Patrick Ewing is Jamaican. So you know why he did the bomba clap.
Bomba.
Ross. He said Ross. And he said, what the fuck? Pat, you're supposed to dunk that, Pat.
Oh my God.
Listen,
I
I've been
remember
traumatized.
that.
I've been traumatized by the Knicks.
Oh,
Look, I give you
man.
another one. Charles Smith had 9 shots under the rim to win. Yo, y'all see. I had a drink on Sunday. This ain't good. It's bad. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah.
It's the
Rahman
Lord's
Rahim.
day.
Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah. Rahman Rahim. Excuse me,
Boy,
Allah.
you better.
I'm celebrating. Oh, it's my birthday. My nephew in the
No,
finals. I'm celebrating. So I had to pull out a can of
you
that. I had to pull out a can of that. This Corey
good.
Lee. I'm gonna let Corey Lee pull up. I had to
Okay,
pull out
okay.
a can of that. That water. What's that water?
That cut water that you always
That cut water. Yo, Corey Lee, what up, man? Good to
What's
see
good?
you, man. How you been?
Chilling, guard. Chilling, man. Shout out
That's
to
what's
you,
up.
man. The nice young lady, Miss Chris. You know what I'm saying? Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, nah. I want to come up here and say thank you to this young man. Because if it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be even thinking about getting on YouTube and getting in this podcast world and stuff like that. So thank you to him and my man Worldwide L and heck, because I
Shout
used to
out to
watch
Al.
them way back. You know what I'm saying? Way back when they first started cutting their teeth in this game. Real talk.
Appreciate that, bro. And
No,
I want to tell you that, not to cut you, I'm gonna let you give your take because I know you want to say the Knicks. I just want to tell you that sometimes when I saw shows and stuff like that, because I just sit in the back and watch, and not people not know I'm there, right? But I seen what you was doing, and you did your thing. Shout out Heck. Can't forget Heck is a fact. Shout out Worldwide L. Um, actually, for let me say this too, just to be fair and clear, right? For the love of the game, and it's how real of a hustler I am. And it's no disrespect. I'm just a hustler. I'm gonna keep working whatever name I get with, right? But I wasn't the person that came up with for the love of the game. My friend Worldwide L and them had this podcast, and they brought me on the podcast. And it just so happened that everybody started doing other things, and I continued to work on for the love of the game. But I was the main person that started doing certain things after it started, like the shorts, certain things that keep a channel running. Cause like Heck doing this thing. Heck work with some big Spanish channel. I talk to Heck all the time. Like, and it's funny how dudes you grow up with and you meet dudes from other dudes and you talk to those dudes more than you talk to the dudes that introduce you to those dudes. But that's either here or there, because Worldwide L is always gonna be like this with me. Cause I lived in a blue
facts.
building. He lived right across the street from me. So really nobody can't really speak on our relationship at all. Cause if you wasn't in that project and that horseshoe, and you ain't see me shoot fives and Worldwide L and me stick up for him and all, you can't say nothing about our relationship because you ain't from that. You from a YouTube world. You not from when we was in the 40s projects in Queens together. Shout out to Rock. Shout out to all the real dudes that grew up with us. And they know I'm always going, it's not nothing personal with that situation. But I just wanted to let the people know, like, in general, like, it's just that when you get a good name and a vibe, and it's supposed to be for people, but it's not. It's just me and Chris in the stats because it's just really for the love of the game. But it really started out with 4 people because it was for the love of the game. Just to let y'all know, so y'all can know. That's what Corey Lee talking about. He been around since then. So I just wanted to say that to let some of them listeners know that I still got love for y'all. And some of the listeners that's watching that know that I got love for y'all too. Those are my friends. Just because they not here, they doing other things. Go ahead,
Nah, they
Corey
still,
Lee. I appreciate that alley oop.
nah, no doubt, man. But they still with you, no matter what. Because you standing on their shoulders. So that's all that matters. As long as you know your foundation, you good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But yeah, I'm gonna give my quick take. Hey man. First of all, I'm gonna say this real quick. Atlanta fumbled the bag because your nephew should have been the number 1 pick.
Mm.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I kept telling cats, we talk Hawks. Y'all don't mess with them foreigners and go get your nephew. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at me. I said, okay. I said, y'all gonna be getting rid of Trey Young in about a year or two. You know? And I promise you, I did this. This is the second year. I said this prior when they got the number 1 pick. because you spoke so highly of him, and I watched him in college. And then you got to think he comes from he played in a division. I mean, he played in the Big East. Everything that come out the Big East, as far as championship wise, they ready. They're pro ready. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I knew he was gonna be a beast. And congratulations to you and your family for that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, for putting that hard work with
Thank
him.
you.
You know what I'm saying? And now my take, the only thing I'm gonna say, what your nephew and them are lacking is the playoff experience. You know, and that's why I say, you know, I want to say it's the gentleman's suite, but I think we might bring out the brooms, and that's just my personal opinion.
Wow. How could you? Let me ask you a question in reference to what you just said. How could you think that after? Now, I understand the experience piece, right? But just like I asked my co-host when she said about the two-way, he is a two-way, and in reference to what you said, no way possible. Let me just tell you why. It's not about favoritism because I'm a Knicks fan too, but no way possible. Because when you beat a championship team, the person who just won, the Knicks lost to Indiana. Knicks lost in the Western Conference Final. OKC won it all, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is an MVP back to back. So I think what's going on is confusing everybody because these kids are ahead of schedule. But the problem is an alien and kids who grew up with YouTube and they could practice video moves differently than we could, or even the guys a few years before them could, because it just keeps getting better. They don't understand. Like when I was on this show years ago and I kept saying Stephon Curry, now look at the NBA saying the same thing. Corey Lee, you was with me. And people used to think, what is this guy talking about? This guy only been in the NBA. It's his second year after winning Rookie of the Year. And Wemby won Rookie of the Year. The Spurs is the only team that got back-to-back Rookie of the Year. And to be honest with you, they could have had it 3 years in a row because Dylan Harper's better than every one of those guards. VJ Edgecombe is the only one that they give him a run for his money, and I don't even think I could give it to VJ considering what this kid is doing against Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC, scoring 30 points as a rookie on the road. Is different. You have to only judge it by what they do. It can't be favoritism because if he don't do it, I can't give him his credit for it. I'm just gonna say good game or whatever you do. But this is what these kids are doing. He went to Rucker College for 1 year. This is Harper's son. This
I
kid
know.
is different.
Oh, listen, I'm not questioning. Listen, I'm not questioning their talent. See, we talking about talent versus experience and savvy. You understand what I'm saying? We talking about. Listen, and check me. Give me a minute to preface this because I know you like to jump in real quick. All right, so
I'm
just
not. I'm not.
hold your
I'm
water.
not.
Hold your water.
I'm getting better at that.
You damn sure are. But I'm gonna say that this. Just hold your water for a minute. Listen, man. Styles makes fights. That's one. Two. There's a difference between a strong young man and grown man strength. Check me out. Check me out now. The reason why I say what I'm saying is it's not to say these boys ain't strong, they're not fast, they're not capable. But when you go in there, you've been striving for something all your life, and you a grown man and you had a certain mind frame. Now listen, you think differently now from when you were 25 years old. Now you're a man of a certain type of age.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? These are young men. They're just getting here. They have not saying the Knicks have been there, but they haven't been around long enough to even witness or experience that at this level. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully they don't get overwhelmed. I'm thinking that the Knicks will not. These cats, like you said, they've been in the league 10 years. So they've been doing this. This has been a repetitive thing. You just can't go from getting your BA and getting your goddamn a doctorate. There's degrees. You got to constantly. It takes time. You got to get scuffed up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, there's a win and a loss. You know, listen. San Antonio has far achieved so much more than what was expected. But I just think that, they're gonna run into a blunder right now that that they can't stop, homie. You know?
Nah,
One thing, listen, check me out. I understand that. You have, this is why this show is so great. Because you have your opinion. Everybody got their opinions, and nobody's right until the end. So, you know what I'm saying? So, with that said, we'll see what it's all said and done. Now, I might be wrong in the 4 games, but we might win it in 6. We might not win it. Who knows? That's why they play the damn game.
right. No, I was just gonna be objective to the sweep on the strength of if they handle OKC, and not to say that we could just think the Knicks is better than OKC because they swept the weak teams in the East. The West have a tougher conference to come out of, and I just feel like when I mentioned Dylan Harper, and I didn't say Castle or Wimby. Those are like the other guys that I could mention as well, right? But when these guys do what they did against the other teams, like it's not just OKC, it's Minnesota. Because Ant-Man said he was hurt, and then he's supposed to suck it up and go and play. He did 30, whatever 30. They beat them too. They thought McDaniels was this and McDaniels was this. He was shut. Like so, I'm just showing you the guys that's been in the league that beat Denver that the Knicks wasn't even in this conversation, period. Now they're going to sweep the guys. Now they're going to sweep the guys that beat all those guys. No way possible. I bet you money right now live in front of everybody that Knicks don't sweep the Spurs.
Okay. I mean, listen, I don't have it.
I know you said what you said about your opinion, and I'm not knocking and saying it like that. I just wanted to throw the bet part in the show.
Oh yeah, no. I wish I had it. I wish I had it to spare like that right now.
You wouldn't bet it. You wouldn't bet it anyway, Corey Lee. You wouldn't bet that.
Believe me.
That they sweep them? No, look, I don't think that you didn't believe what you said, but when I think you trust me enough, because we've been rocking for a while, that I gave you my point, I don't think you would still bet it. I don't think you would completely think the Knicks gonna lose or nothing like that. I'm just talking about the sweep part. I didn't judge your take on the Knicks coming out in 6 or 5, but the sweeping shit is so far off because they beat the resented champions. They beat the MVP back to back. The Knicks beat Embiid with one leg. The Knicks beat old ass CJ McCullough. The Knicks beat Donovan Mitchell wanted to go on a honeymoon with his new wife. That nigga didn't want to play.
Hold on a second. And those teams beat who? They beat Detroit. They're supposed to be the best goddamn team.
Hold on. The last person that mentioned Detroit to me, I told him to shut up. Not you, but I told them. No, hold on. Listen, let me finish. I told them to shut up because why would we mention Detroit and we only want to see the team that come out the best winner of Detroit because we didn't see Detroit. So that's not my business. They lost. They didn't beat the person that we sweep. So I don't want to hear nothing about Detroit.
That's my point. You made my point.
You brought him up.
I brought him up to say that. I'm glad you said that. Because you just made my point.
You always been good at a remix. You a motherfucker remixer like a motherfucker. You a good.
But I'm saying, the point of it all is yo, man. If a frog had a glass ass, he wouldn't bump it on the ground. So there's no more ifs in it.
It's an if about that sweep. That's only if I have. I didn't never judge your take. You have.
I know, bro. It's not even about the take no more. I'm just saying, listen, man. We arguing over these bullshit pundits.
We're not arguing.
No. I'm just saying, I'm not saying we're arguing. I'm saying people, these pundits who stood here and made every excuse for why the Knicks won. But not the fact that the Knicks played fucking hella defense. Excuse my language. Let me tone it down a little bit.
You can say that. Nah, you can say that, bro. It's okay. It's not a kid show.
All right, listen. We beat everybody's ass. No matter what, I don't give a damn if their mama was out there in a wheelchair playing basketball. That is not, there's no excuse they were there. It ain't the Knicks' fault, because they played whoever was in front of them.
I agree.
They played whoever was in front of them, and obviously all those teams were healthy enough to beat the teams that they did. So there's no excuse. The Knicks did what they did. They handled their fucking business. They handled their business.
Honestly, I didn't get in. I'm not gonna say I didn't give them credit, But I'm gonna just be fair. I felt like the way it looked, I knew they should come out the East because the way it played out. Philly made a mistake trying to go with Embiid. The Hawks never should have did anything. We should have swept every series. But when I see something like that, it's something wrong. It's a problem. Knicks had a great now, what you said, I agree with because I don't want to take credit away from them because even the game against the Cavs, we had to fight back from down to win that game. So let's give all credit to them for still doing what they had to do. Well, if they would have just beat the Cavs 3-2 or beat the Cavs different, the Cavs wouldn't have got a sweep. They wouldn't have swept the Cavs or the Sixers. It would have been different because then we can't say that the Knicks didn't just do what they were supposed to do. So I'm not trying to question what the Knicks handling their business. They really did handle their business. The only thing I'm saying is I expected them to handle their business before that. When I seen the rosters and I seen what the teams was doing, I knew the Knicks was gonna win. Because the Cavs and Detroit wore each other out and the Knicks was resting off of a sweep. So I already expected the Knicks to beat them. Even if it wouldn't have went that way, I expected the Knicks to beat Detroit because we beat Detroit already. We beat Detroit before. So I never expected any of these teams to beat the Knicks. When I said I didn't think the Knicks wasn't ready, it was in the finals, whoever they meet up against, because that team, whoever it may be, is going to have the juice. OKC had the juice, and the Spurs took the juice from them. That's the ex-champions. The West always been more competitive than the East. You know that.
Well, I'm gonna say this real quick, yo.
Let them Knicks bring it back to the East then. Go ahead.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna say this real quick. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. There was a Halliburton torn Achilles from losing that damn series too. So, but then again, we can't say that neither because that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? We're going back into the ifs.
Mm-hmm.
They were fortunate. They were fortunate in a situation that happened. So what that said is it was the goddamn press, BSPN, glazing them every day. And the way the schedule fell, not the way the schedule fell, and how they were allowed, and they got a lot of good whistles, a lot of good
Mm-hmm.
whistles all year long.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this: there's no such goddamn thing as a regular season champ. That's why they have. That's why they have the playoffs. This is just what it is. Yo,
Right, right,
shout
right,
out to
right, right.
them.
I agree.
Congratulations to them from last year. But now it's time to crown a new king, and we're about to see who the hell is going to be. And I wish health and luck to both teams to some degree.
Yeah.
To some
Mm-hmm.
degree, but my heart goes. The health part is for real.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. It is what it is because New York is always 5-8.
No, I know. I know how you giving it up, Core.
Mm-hmm.
I know how you giving it up. It's all good. You a Nick fan. You a true Nick fan. You supposed to do it that way.
I've been one since I was since before Bernard King. Come on, man. I've, I've been doing this all my life. The last time they won, I was in my daddy's arms.
Yeah, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. We just
We all deserve.
all Nick fans deserve it, man. We gonna see what's gonna happen. Thanks for pulling up, Corey Lee. I'm going to
Mhm.
let somebody else jump up. Thanks for pulling up, man. You
No
welcome to
doubt,
come
man.
up
Thank you for opening the door.
anytime. Yeah, you
And
welcome
pleasure
to
to
come
meet
up
you, Miss Chris.
anytime.
Thank
You
you.
know, thank
Likewise.
We
you.
see you.
Hmm.
Yeah, we see you soon, bro. Good to see you.
No
Stay
doubt.
tapped in with me. You heard?
Always, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, Chris. What you think about that, Chris? About what he had to say? Because you didn't say anything. I know you've thought of something. Tell me what you think,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to invite some more people over real quick.
Okay. He actually so eloquently stated exactly what I was trying to say, but I couldn't really lift off with it. What I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to own in on with young people agility and grown man
Yeah.
strength and wisdom. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I was trying to say. And somehow I got thrown off of that square and I fell off and I didn't come back to it. But
Mm-hmm.
exactly what he said, there's a difference between the two. And that's what I think is the main component. And then of course what he said with the the inexperience, but the same thing
Mhm.
really could be said about us as well. So I don't think that that's a fair argument, but right now that's one of the most distinguishing factors that makes them different. Spurs versus Knicks. What you were saying earlier. Some people could take it as disrespect. Some people can look at it the way that I'm looking at it, and the way that the gentleman so eloquently stated it. But I say all the time, because I've seen it. I think it's probably because of my occupation.
Mhm.
There's a difference between the wisdom, agility, strength, discipline versus just somebody that's good, but they don't know nothing. They don't know. And I'm not saying that those guys don't have a great mentality. Clearly they do, because they wouldn't be making the moves that they're making if they had not. So no disrespect in any capacity. Am I talking about those gentlemen individually? But what I'm saying is there's a difference in a team that has been garbage for half of a century,
Mhm.
that wants it this bad and is this close, versus these guys. And I'm not saying these guys, again, to dismiss them or to minimize them, because they are great. It's going to be one hell of a run. But I think that is what is going to take us over that hurdle. Personally, when I think about it in my mature mind,
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to give y'all no word salad, none of that. That's just the way that I feel. Because that's what I keep hearing. Oh, they're young, it is. So what? So
Yeah.
what? And that's what
Yeah.
that's why I brought in the Amanda Serrano fight, versus that other girl. Amanda whipped her ass.
San Antonio. What's his name?
Uh
San
yeah,
Antonio.
San
Hello.
Antonio, hello.
Shout out to any San Antonio fans in the building, man. Make sure you subscribe. Let's answer his question. Rest
Russ
versus
versus Russ.
rust. But I don't think you're saying it right. To be fair, not to dish you. Rest versus rust. No, Spurs don't have rust. So it's rest versus, I don't know. It's just rest versus a team that hasn't had rest. Like that the Spurs aren't tired. I mean, the Spurs could be tired, but the Knicks have to get their legs under them. We spoke about how um when the Knicks played the Cavs, they almost lost that game. And when OKC played game one against the Spurs, they lost that game. So I don't know if the rest is really helping unless they prepare more to come out in game one or for the rest. Because they have to get their legs under them first. And remember the first two games is in San Antonio. So it's 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 tired versus rest or something like this. Like the players could be a little tired, but they already have their rhythm as well. They already have their rhythm. So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna matter in this because the Spurs are younger, like what Chris was just saying. Being that they're younger, they may be able to go longer than other players, to be fair. 210 here. Oh, okay. Salute, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, subscribe to the show. We cover the Spurs too. Like Chris said, we've been saying Knicks versus Spurs. How did that happen? We don't know. It just did. We thankful that it did. Knicks is back. We want them back in this conversation, and that's what I want Knicks fans to just be thankful for. We've been bad for so long that now we could kind of be more confident, stick our chests out, not let people talk anyway. To the Knicks fans, I'm from New York, so I take pride in that. You know, I wear Knicks gear. It's cool for it to be respected now. It wasn't respected for a long time. So I think Knicks fans need to harp on more of that reference to win and lose. A lot of people I ask, is you going to be upset if the Knicks lose? They all automatically say, yeah, they're going to be upset. Because I don't think it's any in between. They waited so long. They want the goal. They want like the main prize. It's like going to a carnival and you get the little beer, but you want the big beer.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna win
And
this
that
year,
that makes
Chris?
sense. Yeah.
Knicks winning this year? How many
Yeah.
games? You don't know that, right? You said. You being fair. I like your answer there, Chris. I don't want to force one out of you. He said, I think it's Russ versus Satisfied. Come on, y'all Knicks fans saying some
Hmm.
BS. Russ versus Satisfied. First of all, the Spurs aren't satisfied. Let me tell you, from being a family member of one of them, they are more hungry than ever. Wemby was crying. Don't take that. Like she said, women know more about that. A man that's not scared to cry and show his emotions will come out and hit 50. This is my guy Carly voice.
Let
Let me put my
Carly
guy
in.
Carly up.
Yo.
What up, Carly?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Carly?
What's
You
going
see,
on?
I sent it to your DM on because I said I can't let. I gotta pull Carly up. He been chatting with me,
I know
telling
you're
me
going through it right now.
staying
but
solid. Yeah.
I know you're going
But
through it.
I went either way. I want to hear what you think.
You in the Pisces scale.
I'm a Gemini. Geminis go too.
Oh.
Gemini's got something like that too. So I'm on a Gemini. I'm a
I don't
real
know.
Gemini anyway.
With this Mitchell Robinson pinky injury, I don't know how that's going to affect him. Because he's like a big-time rebounder and shot blocker. So,
Carly, you didn't see the article that stated that he was going to play through that?
I mean, they're going to
That's
say
surgery.
he's going to play, but that don't mean he's going to play good with it.
Take
Right.
that shit up and move on.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's a pinky.
No, you can't.
You need your
can't.
pinky. This is covered.
Somebody that barely
I'm
hit
sorry.
free throws, somebody that barely hit free throws before, you can't expect that to be a good thing. Now, can he just
But
use
he
his
wasn't
body?
doing it before.
They're gunning for
How
this.
can we expect something that he never was good at?
Oh, so you saying that because he broke his pinky, now he might make the free throws?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he never was good at
Nah, I
free
was joking.
throws.
I was joking. I was
Yeah,
joking, Chris.
you know, like.
But what they better hope for is that Carl Anthony Towns don't be getting no foul trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
he's definitely going to be drawing a lot of fouls. So
Yeah.
Who gonna be drawing
That's-
fouls?
Wemby.
Mm.
So
Right.
Carl,
And it's about smart playing.
yeah, I don't know who they're gonna have on him. I don't think they're gonna make Carl the primary defender on him right away.
I think he needs to
Now,
be trapped.
They're
Last
probably
game,
OG Anunoby on him or somebody like
right.
somebody.
Last game when they played the Knicks, they had OG guarding Wemby.
Right.
So we see how
Okay.
that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I
Big-
think.
This series.
What you say, Cardi?
He's gonna have to play big man
Carl-
ball.
Yeah, like this is my thing. Look, I'm gonna just say this, and then you give your. I want you to tell me how many games you think it's gonna go and why, right? But I just want to say this: when I thought the Knicks couldn't win the championship, I didn't know who they was gonna face. I felt like it was too many mistakes that was glaring. The free throws from Mitchell Robinson, the hacker Mitch, all that stuff could change the game. If you watched the game last night, the game with the Spurs and OKC changed when Luke Cornett blocked Hartenstein's dunk.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Right? That changed the
He
game.
all the way down court from that.
Right. So Mitch is that type of a player, right? But if his finger is hurt, do you think he still want to try to do that? I'm just saying, like, you know,
I mean,
it's a physical game.
it
Even
gotta
if your
be-
hand is wrapped up, you gotta feel a little handicap, Carly.
It's
Think about
possible,
it.
but it got to be in him. Like he got to unleash the dog. Like if it ain't in him, then he gonna just be a person with a broke hand on the court. Like I don't know how that's
I
going.
agree with that.
Cause he's not really like much of a offensive scorer or nothing like that. He just like defensive presence, rebounding,
True.
block shots. He just paint presence. That's all he is.
So he don't need his pinky for that, basically.
Not really.
True. I agree with that. What you think, Chris?
I wouldn't say that. I think that's a bit of an adventurous thing to say.
Why? It's true. If Chris, if
I'm-
all I
I'm-
gotta do is go like this, I don't
You
need
know-
you said it. He can't hit the free throws anyway.
Okay, he can't. But I'm gonna say this: a 14-year-old girl named Crescenda Forster was on the junior varsity team. Bust my, and I was a point guard. Messed up my thumb. I wasn't that great. I think the highest I ever scored, I think, was like
Your
6.
thumb is detrimental than your pinky though.
It is. It is. But in any way, you're gonna feel it. Like I push through, but you're gonna feel it. So what I'm saying, I say that to say that I think it's adventurous for us to say, like, and I even said it earlier, just suck that shit up and go. But what Carly said, if it's in you, then it's in you. We know that he sucks at free throws. He does. But you can still guard defend, all those things that you typically do, because that's what we know you to do anyway. So that's what I think. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think that he needs to be glimmering in.
Yeah.
He had a
And
surgery.
do that exceptionally.
And was it
But
broke?
he had a
That broke pinky,
huh?
bone or the pinky or the bone, like right here or like
Right.
Right.
But once you have a
Depending on where it
surgery,
was.
once you have a surgery, it's serious, no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
It
had
wasn't
surgery.
something they could just tape. Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah. That's true.
So I think we all could just say. We'll see off of game one. To be fair, because
To
it's
be fair.
kind of hard to speculate on. Because like Carly said, you can tape up a hand. We've seen guys tape up, and it's his pinky, and he's not a scorer like that. And he can still dunk the ball with tape on his finger. You don't need your pinky for that. And you made a great point as well, Chris. He's not making free throws. We don't expect him to make free throws without a pinky, right? That's not reality. So we're
Right.
not losing anything. We just need his presence. And Carly made a good point. He could still get big. He could still box out. But San Antonio, made a good point. He said, but how's he going to grab
How's he gonna grab
boards with a hurt
boards?
pinky? That's true, right?
I guess.
Could you grab rebounds with 9 fingers? Chris in the stats.
I try.
Yo, all these guys in the chat saying a pinky is least needed and they never played basketball. Are you guys kidding me?
Right.
Paris
we don't
Duggar. Paris Duggar, you like Stephen A. Smith. You averaged 3 points in school, bro. Stop it, Paris Duggar. You
Paris,
ain't
I
never
did
put a
too.
basketball in the hoop. You averaged
I
3.2
wasn't
points in high school like Stephen A. And you gonna sit here and say you don't need a pinky. A pinky is the least needed finger Mitch needs.
Listen, we're overzealous. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Yo, y'all
we're right
niggas,
here.
man.
We're right here. We're right here.
Look,
You one of
look
us
what
too.
My boy said, oh, let me bring Carly back. He said,
Okay.
broke my pinky in college. I couldn't catch a basketball. It's straight pain. See?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's,
Okay.
like
if it's
a
the bone
mix.
on the hand, that might affect your whole hand. But if it's just the pinky bone like up here or something, you might deal with that.
No, they say he's bending it now, so it could have been the second version of your example, right?
Yeah.
But like my man just said, if we never broke our pinky, and I never broke mine, so
Me either.
I'm just right. So listen to somebody who broke their pinky. He said, I broke my pinky in college. I couldn't catch a basketball. It's straight pain. And I believe that because just like Carly said about the thumb, right? The pinky is the other end of that hand when you really want to grab the ball or bounce it, right? So I agree with him. He said, Will, I was a top flight cornerback. Yeah, that ain't basketball, so I was right. I don't want to hear nothing about football. I don't care. I play football too. I was nice in football and basketball. I used to weave everybody. I just didn't like football. I used to cut everybody up and score, catch long passes, ask about me. We used to play in the 40s in the dirt right behind the basketball court. And we used to play in Bayswater Park, projects against projects in football.
Redfern in the back park. Oh,
Right. He from the hood. She's from the hood. We did all that. But basketball was my sport. I chose that sport over football because it was like, football wasn't it. Wasn't it for me.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of what you call it during this series, too.
What?
Diawara.
Oh. I brought him up. I was talking to my boy, and I said they need to bring Diawara, not Hawk Porty if Mitch Finger isn't really intact.
They just need his energy.
Why not Huck?
They need that
I understand.
Siakam type energy.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Paris Duggar, I was just joking. No disrespect to your football talent. I'm just a basketball fan that played football too. And it may be harder to you, right? But to me, it's easier to catch a football than it is to put the ball in the hoop after you cut somebody up. So it's opinionated, right? Because I'm tough. I didn't care about a tackle, especially if you got on a helmet and pads, right? I didn't care about that. I never cared about that. We played football without equipment and dudes like that. So we didn't care. Iverson, right. We didn't care about that. Most football players chose basketball if they could play both. Always remember that. So, no disrespect to your football talent. You got a couple interceptions. All right, Carly, thanks for pulling up. I'll send you the link again so you could come. Good job. I'll highlight you, all right?
I like this.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Chris Stats, we got 10 minutes. what else you got to get off your chest before we leave? And another thing, we have to go back on before the game because we missed a couple days. So we're not
Yeah.
gonna say what day we coming on, but we're just gonna let the fans know we'll be back before the game. Worst case, early the day of the game or Tuesday. We're not gonna say tomorrow, but we'll try to push for Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully it works out because there's a lot of things going on between me and my co-host with personal things. So just bear with us, and we're trying to give as much content as we could. I still make shorts, and we just didn't have time. My grandmother passed away, my birthday. We was doing a lot of things. Crescenda Stat's daughter's graduating. It's been a lot of things going on with us, and it's not really on her. It's on me because when you lose your grandma, stuff like that, you can't really do this. So that's what me and my family was dealing with. So excuse us for being late on the shows. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. A lot of people I saw today that I haven't saw in a while. I really appreciate it. I was happy to speak about the roots of For the Love of the Game because I'm sure them guys are happy. I know those guys. They not haters. And you never know what we going to do because I have an option to do what I want. I just know this part of the show is going to stay with me and Chris because we it's just growing this way. But whatever else we do, we don't know. We may be open to certain things. Like I like how Carly just came up here. We may be open now to letting people come up and talk from the chat because it worked out fine for us from the first time trying it. Another thing, we working on the phone number. We'll have that next show. So if you don't want to show your face, you could call. Some people don't want to show their face. And there's no way for you to come up. If you turn off your camera, you would have to let me see you first, and then I'll let you up. Then if you want to turn off your camera. But it would make sense for you to join the panel if you're not going to want to show your face, right? Because then you could just say it in the chat. So if you come up here, you have to show your face like Corey Lee did. But Corey Lee know me, so I would like to know the guy's face that I see down here before I let him on the show. But if I know your name over here and I see you are human, I may still let you up because I trust you from your takes that you've been giving us for the past shows that we've been doing. I appreciate everybody with the wrenches. And like I said, some people that I haven't seen in a while, because I tell Chris all the time that it's going to be 30 people. It start from 30 people in the chat to back to 50 to back to 100. So today was the day where it was back to 30 and 40 in the chat at one time, which is a good thing. And we thankful for that because we always have great conversations, but we can't, people can't tell that by just peeking in and going out. You know what I'm saying? Come in and go out. They don't know what's going on. They too busy to sit down and get engaged in a conversation, which I understand. That's why we got video footage, or we try to post you guys comments and interact with y'all so y'all don't feel like y'all just watching us. Y'all actually involved in the show, right? So let's keep it going. Like I said, thank you, everybody. We're not leaving yet. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I'm going to let my co-host get some stuff off her chest because we do got a few more minutes. I'm sure she got something to say. She haven't been online. She been ready to go live, y'all. She been ready to cook. She came in hot. She wanted to snuff me. She was ready to snuff me, son. I was like, yo, what's up, son? Go ahead, Chris. She was mad at me. She like, yo, we ain't doing no shows.
No, I don't know.
He said you owe a rent.
Okay.
Corey Lee, I got you. I'll give you it right now. I was trying to get this. Hold on, let me see. See, I can't do it from right here. I got to do it from the studio. I got you, and I got two people. I got.
Yep. In all honesty, Will was trying to give you the wrench the last time, but something was going on. Oh,
no, that's
okay. It was another gentleman
who you met today, who came up. He's a friend of the show who been around. So that's who that is that's saying that.
Okay.
He gets a wrench too because he was supposed to have one. So when I go in the studio, I'm gonna give Corey Lee and what's my man name? Hold on, I'll tell you right now. You know his name. Cool Breeze.
Yeah.
Cool Breeze.
But I remember you was trying to give that gentleman right on the spot, like once we came off, and you for some reason we was unable to.
I didn't have time
with that
because I can't do it from the tab. YouTube must have switched it. So when I go in the studio, I'll give it to them. So next time they come, they should have it. Just remind me if you can.
I will.
Okay. Cool. All right. Do you want to say anything? We got 6 minutes, and we actually did a 2-hour show. Come on, give me this now. Give me one now. Come on, give me one now. Did I make it up to you? Did I make it up? We did a 2-hour show. Right.
Well, I'm good with you. Come on now.
Nah, no, I'm just playing.
Come on, you my nigga. Like,
I'm just playing.
I don't really have anything noteworthy to say. I think I said a lot. I
you did
love
great.
this show. I knew that it was going to be a dynamic show. I said what I said with my chest. I mean it. Um, with the Knicks not winning is not in my vocabulary. So I guess I'll,
I'm not. No, I know that's not in your vocabulary, and we understand that. You don't have to, and it's good that it's two of us, and somebody is
yeah,
all the way in, and somebody is like
and a
like I'm
little bit
doing.
of a conundrum.
Yeah. It's hard because it's my sister's son. It's not just no weird family
I
thing. It's no made
understand.
up. It's no made up
You
thing, and
got
it got me in a
you feeling enough.
situation. So I'm just saying I win either way. If people don't like the fact that I could win either way, then forget you. I'm not picking the Spurs over the Knicks. I'm not picking the Knicks over the Spurs. I don't know how to say it. Don't really make sense what I'm saying, right? I know. I know. I know.
But it does.
Just no. I'm gonna say it like this to my Knicks fans and my subscribers that come here for Knicks. I know y'all watch me and y'all know how I talk. I try not to talk about Steph Castle a lot and throw that up and keep throwing that up. That's not really my makeup, respectfully. I like to just talk sports. I don't really like to make it seem like I'm boasting but if you go back and look at shows years ago, I've been saying about Castle and my niece Isaiah James. And when they really made it to the level I talked them into making it, we were just proud of it. So could you put yourself in my shoes and imagine that? And now you see he's in the finals, and you just was saying on 2, 3 years ago on the show, listen out for his name. So I know players. We played. His father played. They showed me his father used to score 60 in the game in Far Rock High School. 60 in one game. I used to score 40 and 50. And ain't no cap and exaggeration in my rap. This is what we really did in New York City, the Mecca, where you had to get to the cup off of moves. They used to call me Cuddy Rankin from making people fall, embarrassing people in the park, and I swear to everything I love. So I knew what my nephew was going to be able to do. It's hereditary, and not only that, his pops is super nice, and he got mad tall, and he was a true point guard. So look, I could be a fan of a team and then give players their credit. But I'm a fan of the whole Spurs team because they smart players. I'm a fan of the Knicks, and I don't like every player on the team. I just been a fan so long, I accept that they on the team. And I hope that helps you explain how I look at it a little better. Because I've been telling y'all about Castle when he was in high school. He went to UConn for 1 year, won a national championship. Got drafted to the Spurs, and now he in the finals. So this is my psyche on what a player is supposed to do and look like. When I say some players been in the league this long, this, that, it ain't the same, bro. This I try to sugarcoat it because it's on my team and I ain't gonna be disrespectful, but it ain't the same, bro. And the Knicks had a weak ass playoffs, everything, but the Knicks did it. They did what they were supposed to do. So there's no shot on them. It's a shot on those weak teams that they had to face. They were weak.
Say that.
They were weak. I have to say that because people take things the wrong way. They turn it and they want to put it into their own way. I'm saying the Knicks really swept them. So that's no shot at the Knicks. I'm happy they did because then I would have been like, yo, bro, who they had? Why y'all going into battle with them? Y'all wasting energy. So this is what the Knicks did that makes me say respect to y'all. Now go handle your business because y'all have rest, y'all have advantage. Knicks fans is not going to accept if they lose with this rest. I am. I'm happy that we could be spoken about, that we respected again. I'm not putting it all on this because we've been supporting too long to just put it all our eggs in one basket. Paris Duggar, you must have lost your mind saying this. Yo, Paris Duggar, why are you Knicks fans get up here and say things like this? Okay, let's just be clear. The Knicks lost in the Western Conference Finals, right? OKC is the champions, bro. The Spurs just beat them. And not only just the champions, right? Shea is the MVP back-to-back. What are you talking about, bro? Does that make any sense?
These guys.
Embiid was on his knees, Lord. Embiid was in shit. I'm cursing now because you writing some dumb shit. I'm going to take your wrench. If you say one more thing that don't make sense, I'm going to take your wrench. And I don't care. I'm going to take your wrench and give it to somebody else in the chat that's making sense. The Knicks would have we would have swept the Spurs would have swept the Hawks. CJ McCullough was cooking the Knicks, and the Cavs would have won the first game if we wouldn't have came back. The Cavs actually gave that game back to the Knicks by playing dumb. That's why when you saw they face Jarrett Allen and they faces walking to the locker room, they gave that game back to the Knicks. The Knicks didn't have their legs under them after that long break, Parrish. So for you to sit here and write the Spurs don't sweep Philly or Cavs with Wembanyama's hitting threes, did you watch the series over there, bro? I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. Come on, we out of here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. God bless you. Have a good night. Parrish, you my guy. We ain't gonna let that go the wrong way. That's a bad take, Parrish. Shout out to my guy, Nick G, Mike, Far Rock Stand Up. Corey Lee was in the building. Santonio, hello. Cool Breeze, you gonna get your wrench real soon. I like Prophet. What his name is? Prophet Mentality. I like him too. Thanks for participating in the chat. Dope takes. Shout out to your cousin that you said that was. Shout out Randu. And I got some sponsors that that's brewing.
Yes, a couple. Well,
No.
Not sponsors. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I said sponsors brewing. I got an email about something.
Okay. It's brewing.
See, you was just talking about money too, something about money. So I didn't even tell you. I got
Hey man.
brewing. I got a sponsor.
Don't tell my business.
Brewing.
Don't tell my business.
No, I didn't say tell your business. We talk business. I said you was talking about money. You got a right to talk about money. Work with me. Oh, I got a sponsor brewing I meant to tell you about. But Travel Vibes was here. Who is this? Brooks for Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get everybody. Tim was here with his wrench. Shout out to my guy, Tim. Tim texts me. Tim hit me on IG. I appreciate anybody that do that. Even if I don't get back appropriately, I read and then I get back. I appreciate it. Thanks for the birthday love for everybody. Thanks for the condolences to my grandmother. I appreciate all of it. I don't want to leave nobody out.
San Antonio, hello.
And I want to shout out
Gave good
Miss
takes.
Mama Foster. Miss Chris's mom support us. I want to shout her out on the show live. She probably watching. Hi to you. Thank you for the love and support and
Hi,
keeping
Mom.
your daughter smiling so she could do a great job on the show. Good job to you today, Chris. Let me give you a round of applause before we get out of here because you came in hot because you ain't get to be on here in a while and you cooled off nice. You cooled off with some nice smiles and she just was mad at me because we haven't been on here in a while. She missed me. I understand.
I was mad. I ain't gonna hold you. I was.
She admitted it. Yes, I love it. All right, we out of here. Come on, let's do it one more time. And we'll be back soon. Great show. We did 2 hours. We never did this. We lit. Shout out to Castle. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Brunson. Shout out to the Spurs. Congratulations on making it to the finals. I'm proud of everybody. No shade. You know, like I said, I deserve to still support the Knicks. I've been down so long. Shout out to the Spurs, man. And this NBA we going into is going to be different. I'm excited even for next season and off season to see the changes that's made even after the finals is over because I'm already hearing about LeBron want to go here, Giannis want to go here. So, Chris, remember you said what we're going to be doing? They're already saying who LeBron go. We're going to have so much to talk about, and it's going to be good to get off of just the Knicks, just to go and just give general opinions. You know what I mean? So, that's coming soon. Stay tapped in with us. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be definitely putting a link in the chat for people to come and join the stage like with us like we did today. So stay patched in and we out, man. Peace, man. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I mean, stay out the way, man. Be ready for the game on Sunday.